Hello everyone, and welcome to Ace's Ultimate Guide for the Beautiful Roads plugin. Today, I'll be doing an ultimate guide over intersections, the multiple types of intersections that you could expect with your builds, and I'm going to go over as many possible intersections that I can think of with in my head, and I'm going to show you all the easiest way to make those kind of intersections because it's important. And some of y'all have been asking questions on like how you should do certain things, and one of these were intersections. There weren't a lot about intersections, but I feel like that this is an important topic to cover. So without further ado, we're going to dive right in, and we're going to start off with something small. So for all these videos that we do with Ultimate Guide, I'm going to start off with something small, then just work our way up and up and up and up. So we're starting with something small, and I apologize for this plugin, but it's going to keep on going dark and day as this video goes out. So I apologize for the inconvenience. There's not much I can do about it. Alrighty, so first of all, you got your starter node, right? You got your starter node, and then what you want to do is they create your first or your next section of nodes. So what we're going to do here is at first, I should have explained this first, is that we're just going to do a standard four-way intersection. We're just doing a standard four-way intersection, and we're not going to do like anything else fancy with that. So after you got in your nodes and you want to render your pieces, you're going to want to render two more nodes. So this counts as node number 1. I'm going to center that up so this looks a little bit nicer, about right there. And node number 2 is going to come about there-ish. And then what you want to do is then just create new lanes. Only going to the right. You don't have to worry about going to the left because there's no need for that. And then you're going to want to render it. And lo and behold, you got a nice little intersection. Now it doesn't look 100% symmetrical, which is okay. You're just creating an intersection. That's all you got to do. So what I like to do is that I like to remove these unwanted lines so that it looks a lot nicer. There we go. And I'm going to set this to invisible and do this one, set it to invisible. And render, boom, there we go. Oh, I missed 2 lines. There we go. So now we have your standard 4-way intersection. Now it doesn't look like 100% perfect, but I'm going to try and scoot this just a little bit. Boom. Oh, that looks a little bit better. Let's back over this a little bit. There we go. So now we have our almost symmetrical 4-way intersection. Now this is just a traditional standard intersection. And you can do with this, you can extend your roads out and add a few stop signs. Now what I'm going to do is that with this intersection, as I want to do with all these intersections, I'm going to do traffic lights in the way that I best see fit, and I'll do multiple versions of it. So this can be carried out in multiple ways. So you can have like a single mass transition, and you can have a multi-mass transition. And for those of you who don't know, I'm using the 22 Pilots Road Accessories plugin. This includes the create emergency traffic signal, create link control system, power lines, and then the traffic signal. So we're going to create a new signal with 4 directions. I actually forgot which way was what, so that's awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I don't know what I did there, but there we go. All right. So, let's say with this kind of intersection, excuse me, I normally do just a single mast because it's small enough and it doesn't need anything else. So like with your single mast, you just have this right here. And then like with this, you can just have a traffic light just extend out. And I'm just using just a standard 3-light traffic light. With the cover, and then I just do that. I just do it. I place them down, and look at that. It's looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty nice. And then with this, you can do a similar design, but like with multiple masts, as with a standard intersection that you would expect at. So there we go. So here we have just a nice simple intersection with traffic lights pointing like with one in each direction, because because there's really no need for a left turn. It's optional to have a right turn. Like if it's gonna be like a busy road kind of a thing, then you can do a right turn signal. That option is always there. But there's really no need for a left turn signal traffic light in this sort of setup. So now what you're going to want to do is that in case if you're wanting to do like a multi-mast setup, then all you have to do is just do a mast here. Well, actually here. I will just show you. Instead of explaining, I'll just show you. So you can do like a mast here. Shorten it down a little bit by pressing the Z key. And you do another pole. Rotate it with Shift R. And then you scrunch it down with the Z key, and then so on and so forth, and then you can do like 1 or 2 lights, kind of a thing. So that was a quick tutorial for a small little 2-lane 4-way intersection. Now let's say that you want to do a 3-way intersection. Now that's actually a very good question. So a 3-way intersection is a little bit more complicated than a traditional 4-way intersection. But it's about the same concept. And I'm just going to do a simple one. I'm going to do a similar setup to what this intersection is. I'm not going to do like a middle turn lane. I'll do that in another video for more complicated intersections. So I'm just doing simple intersections with this video. An ultimate guide to simple intersections. How about that? So, I'm going to rotate the nose, and then we got this little fella right here. So we're not going to generate an extra node. You may be thinking, well, what are we going to do here? Well, I'll show you. All you have to do is, first of all, make sure you do the right turn nodes. Like right turn as in right turn going down here, and then right turn going back up to the right. Make sure you want to get that in. And then in case you forgot something, you can be like, well, there's this large gap here, and this is going to be like some sort of left turn. So all you have to do is do a left turn there, and then boom, that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you can just disable the nodes here. I'm going to disable all this here. Looks like got everything. Nope, missed one. That's perfectly fine. And there we go. So here's a little 3-way intersection. And then same thing like with the traffic lights. You can do a 3-mast setup, or you can do just a 1-pole. In this simple situation, I'm just going to do a 1-pole because it makes more sense if you do it that way, especially like with this kind of setup, but y'all can do whatever you want. So this can be direction 1, and we'll set this to direction 2, and this is direction 3. There we go. Make it up nice and little tidy. Now I want a pole. There we go. So I'm going to do the pole. Let's do this here so that the traffic light can be back a ways a little bit, so that it can be easier to see instead of it like being right here. You have to look up. I mean, you're going to have to look up, but it won't be as painful when you're using your neck. So we're here with traffic light. Actually, I think what I may do is that instead of that, I'll just do a simple doghouse because you can do that technically. So this will just be just a doghouse. So that's just a doghouse light. Actually, let me get rid of the back plate here, just so that it doesn't look as haunting and unfinished. Yeah, so there we go. So we got a doghouse there. And then for direction 2, it's going to be just a standard light, again with no back plate. There we go. And that's about the center of the lane, so I'd say that that's pretty good. And then for direction 3, what we can do is that we can do a left turn light and a right turn light. Right? Yeah. So let me just rotate that a little bit. There we go. And then we can do a right turn light as well. Do one about there. There we go. Now we have our intersection. Now the reason why I did doghouse is because with this we technically have the option to do this kind of thing without having any major traffic interference. The reason why I didn't do doghouse over there is because whenever it's green, you can have a protected and a straight at the same time, instead of just having just a left and no cars going straight. So if you set this up correctly, all I do is just make sure that the green arrow goes with the permissive, but the permissive stays on whenever the green arrow turns off. And then back here, it's red, and then cars can cross over without any interference during the green, then yeah, y'all pretty much just get the idea with this one. So that's a simple three-way intersection. Now this is still simple. This is gonna be simple, but what about like a multi-lane intersection? What do we do with that? Well, let me show you. So this intersection is gonna be more than 2 lanes. Let's say it'll be about, I don't know. Let's make it a. I wonder what we should make it. Let's do a 3-lane. Nah. Let's make it just a little bit easier. Let's just do a simple 4-lane intersection. Now 4 may seem a big number to you, but it's not. It's not. Okay. Okay. Maybe to some of y'all, if y'all are like still in school and y'all learn how to count, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. But this is a lot easier to create than doing a 3-lane, because a 3-lane is a lot more complicated. So, what I'm going to do, the same as before, as the 2-lane, except we're just doing 1 lane out. And remember, if y'all can follow along at any time, y'all can feel free to pause the video and just watch whatever I do, and just make sure you have everything down. I'm trying my best to go step by step, just so that y'all are up to date. Because that is what I think tutorials should be. Just make sure that y'all are informed in the best way possible. That's what I try and do. Alright, so now we have our nodes here. And then you're going to want to extend out to the other end. Like so. So you have total of 4 nodes, and then you're going to render everything. Okay. So now this looks a little ugly. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. This is no perfect. This is not perfectism we're chasing. Perfectism, yes, I think that's a real word. Anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect. You are just creating your map for the first time, and you want to do an intersection. It doesn't have to always be perfect. You can make it unique. Because every intersection has a story to tell. Every intersection has a story to tell. And if you want to tell that story, make it unique. Just don't make it bland. So yeah, life lesson by me. If you want to make intersections interesting, don't make it bland. Even bland intersections can look beautiful. So, after you do your new lanes, just like before, you want to make sure you render it. And now this is the most agonizing part for all intersections. Trust me, I know. Y'all are going to have to deal with the same thing also. But y'all are going to have to just suck it up and just delete all the lines that are unnecessary. Every now and then I do render change just so I can just easily see which lines I have left to set invisible to. So convenient that the invisible line is actually right up at the top instead of like down at the bottom. So that makes life a lot easier. Oh, I missed 3 lines. Okay, 1 more line. And done. Boom. Okay, so now we have 2 lanes going in and 2 lanes going out. All directions, alright? So now you must be thinking, well, how should I carry this out? Well, you do this in multiple ways. So what you can do, and I'm going to do this for all the directions. So again, you can have a single mast. Just a single mast intersection with multiple lights. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a multi-mast system. And I'm going to do like multiple setups because you can have like a left and a right. You can have a left straight and then a right lane, or a left and a straight right lane, or a left straight and a straight right lane, or just do whatever you want because you have a max of 3 directions for 2 lanes because you got a left, a straight, and a right. A max of 3 directions for 2 lanes. If we'll do 4 directions, you can do that. You can do the left lane for a U-turn because that technically counts as a direction. Sorry about that. I accidentally clipped a plate, and my bag of cheese just went into a little bit of gravy. All right. So, I'm gonna do a multi-mast system. I'm not doing a single mast this time because you've already seen plenty of that. Direction 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Nope. I'm gonna do a mast 1. Rotate. I'm going to back this up just a little bit, make that look just a wee bit nicer. And boom, boom. They look good. That's a little short. My bad, but we'll make that work. We'll definitely make that work. Boom, boom, boom. And bring it down just a wee bit. I'll do that about that. That's about right there. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And then number 4. All right. Now we have our 4-light system ready to go. So now the next question is, well, how do you want to carry it out? Well, first you can do one lane for a left turn and then one lane for a straight and a right. That's always open. So what you can do is that you can do like a doghouse or a Maryland style permissive left doghouse traffic light, or you can go all the way down here to the flashing left arrow, or you can do this T protected left turn intersection because it's just a strictly left turn. So you can do that, or you can do this one right here. Same thing as the 2 ones on the left. Same prototype, same style. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do the flashing left arrow. All right, and that's fine. We don't need back plates on this one. And then we're going to do a straight and a right. Normally, what I do is I just do just a 3-section light. That's it, just like that. So this indicates just the left turn lane, and this indicates the straight and the right turn. Now, what about over here? Now, for direction 2, what we're going to do is that we're going to do a left straight and then just a solid right turn. All right? So, well, what we can do is that we can do a permissive and a left at the same time, an inverted T, or all the way over here, and do this kind of a thing, or this light where it's got a permissive and a green and yellow light, or a green and yellow arrow. So there's always that option. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one. Actually, I'm going to do the inverted T because it indicates left and straight. And plus the height requirements works a little bit better. So height requirements, that works. And then for here, I want to do a protected right turn traffic light. Because it's solidly a right turn. Or what you can also do is that you can also do just a standard 3 light. Just a 3 solid light. Because it doesn't have to be protected. It can literally just be just a solid red. But this is a protected light. So I am doing it just like that. Now, what if you want to do something where it's like, oh, I don't know, you can do a left straight and a straight right. Well, that one's also pretty easy. Because for direction 3, I think it's over here. For direction 3, you can do multiple things. You can do these 2. You can do these 2. You can do the double doghouse traffic lights, which is what we'll do. You can do these 2 or these 2, or you can just go all out fancy and just do permissive. Just 100% this light. I mean, not sure how wise that would be, but it is that option. I think I would do that in a less busy area, in a less congested area, because, I mean, that would be the safest bet. So what we're going to do is then we're just going to do two doghouses to indicate left straight and straight right. And this will only work whenever it's on split phasing, by the way. If you're doing auto cycle, then split phasing is the way to go. So that these 2 lights can be active at the same time, where it's left, straight, and right. They can all be green at the same time. So there we go. We got left and a right doghouse. So now, with direction 4, you may be thinking, I wonder what we should do. Well, I can tell you this one. So you can think of a way where you can do like a left and a straight. No, you can do a left turn for one lane, then a left and a straight, or you can do like a straight and a right, and then a right turn lane. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do the left, like 1 lane for a solid left turn, then 1 lane for a left and a straight. And then if y'all want to do like a straight and the right, and then a right turn, y'all literally just have to flip the traffic lights. That's literally like what y'all have to do. By flip, I mean change the directions. Don't actually flip it upside down, but actually just swap them. So what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to do, actually, you know what? No. To spice things up, I'm just going to do a straight and a right. So a straight and a right. The left lane has to be the straight and then the right, because that makes sense. Because you don't want a right turn lane crossing over a lane that's going straight. that just won't look too pretty. And here, got the solid right turn lane, and yes, it has to be a red arrow in my opinion, mainly because that lane is red, and you just don't want to like have any conflict with oncoming traffic and with traffic that's trying to cross over into your lane due to other lights becoming green. So this is a straight right and then a right. Now if you want to do a left and then a left and a straight, just literally just flip these traffic lights, make sure that this is a 3 light to the left, and then this is the same, but the arrow is left. Words. So that's a simple 4-way intersection with multiple versions on how to carry it out. Now, that is pretty much all that I'm going to cover in this episode for simple intersections. For the next episode, I'm going to do traffic lights on like what each light represents, each one means, based off of this plugin right here. So next video, I'm going to discuss pretty much what all of these lights do in the best way that I can explain it, so that whenever y'all creating your maps with these beautiful roads, y'all can have a better understanding on what each light does. So other than that, I'm gonna sign y'all off on here. If y'all did enjoy, then please leave a like and subscribe down below. It's completely free. Y'all can always unsubscribe at any time. It's always your choice. You're not obligated to subscribe. And other than that, I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye!